Oh, the night was rough. Um, it was bizarre. I went to sleep with that mouthpiece on. I'm trying to figure out. Well, I'm worried. I'm scared. The night was so bad. I fell asleep. I shut my device off. I fell asleep immediately, which is bizarre and crazy, right? Because I've had such severe insomnia for years and years. I fell asleep immediately and I woke up 4 times within a half an hour. And like I'm wearing that device, right? And then I just kept on waking up and waking up and waking up. And I'm in pain. The device makes my teeth hurt, my jaw, my ear. It's the CPAP affects my ear. This device affects my ear. The pain from this, from my teeth, from the device causes my teeth and jaw so much pain. Like the pain just is everywhere. Not right in the front, but the pain is just. But it's all about the sleep, right? I'm so tired. What are you? And I'm so confused about the healthcare system and what do you do when you don't have money? We've provided this myth to everybody that everything will be provided to you. Timely qualified healthcare, and my God, what do you do when you don't have money to travel around the country or travel to other countries for healthcare? What do you do? Do you do GoFundMe after GoFundMe go after GoFundMe? Do you do 20 GoFundMes? It's taken 40 years to figure this stuff out. 40 years. And just literally tortured along the way. And this device seemed to be helping. And last night, I wake up and it's like I'm not even wearing it. I've got it in my mouth and it's like I'm not even wearing it. But I also feel like I'm put in a position where I'm a doctor trying to figure things out, right? I'm not a doctor. I'm not educated. Like this hasn't even been properly evaluated, right? What I need is well, I need a lot of things, but what I've needed, desperately needed for years and years, what they did not tell me about, you can Google it, DISE. It's a drug-induced scope of the throat. And what they do is they put you in the hospital, and while they give you a drug to make you fall asleep, and while you're falling asleep, they go in with the camera in through the mouth and see where exactly you're closing up to see what the issue actually is, to see where you actually need surgery, or if the jaw should be moved forward, or the flesh in the throat or the tongue, or I mean, it's a diagnostic tool that tells you exactly what's wrong. And this is what I've needed for years, and they wouldn't tell me that it's not done in this province. And I think they might do it in Alberta. I don't know. But, and they do it in the States. And I mean, it's a diagnostic tool to diagnose where the problem actually is. And then I had a surgeon here that, was pretty rude and told me rude about other things as well. Like, and he told me, no, that's just a test that American doctors use to make money. It's a useless test. Oh, really? It's a useless test. He walked in without examining me and said, your problem is that you're overweight. If you lost weight, your problem would be gone. I said, oh, really? You're telling me that, and you haven't even looked in my throat yet? You haven't examined me, and you haven't asked me my history? I'm 40 pounds overweight. I've been thin my entire life, and I've had this problem my entire life. But you can walk in and see that I'm 40 pounds overweight and diagnose me without looking down my throat? He's the one who said that the DISE was useless. DICE test. I don't think so, buddy. And then I was laying in bed just now before I got up, and I shoved my bottom jaw, forward like that. I'm laying with my jaw forward, relaxed and breathing, and I am drowning in my throat. So if the jaw is the issue, why am I, like, I'm wide awake, jaw forward, and I don't have a snoring problem, right? Wide awake, and I'm snoring. I'm breathing through flesh. I'm drowning in my throat. Like this. Drowning in my throat. Like, I almost feel like I'm drowning in my sinuses. I don't have a snoring problem. I don't snore when I'm in bed. It's really bad when you're putting patients in the position where they're trying to diagnose themselves. They're at home, suffering, frightened, unable to work, and you're making people diagnose themselves. God, my head is just killing me. So yeah, I was awake like minimum a dozen times last night. This device is helping so much. It's really doing amazing things. It allows me to fall asleep. But it's it's not fixing me. There's, things wrong that aren't being addressed. I'm not a doctor. I figured out the apnea. I figured out the sleepwalking, the sleep eating, the respiratory depression, the jaw. I feel like I've figured almost everything out, but I don't have the solutions. Well, I fixed most of those other things. Oxygen was going down to 84 last night. What's going on here? This can't be rocket science. What's the solution? Is the solution a jaw mouth, an oral appliance for a couple thousand? Is that the solution, or is a trach the actual solution, or Chiari surgery? And how many years do you have to be tortured? Because I've been tortured for decades with the drugs, with sleep, undiagnosed sleep apnea, all the problems that the drugs were causing: sleepwalking, sleep eating, depression, brain fog, ADHD, seasonal affective disorder. The drugs literally tortured me with undiagnosed apnea and made all the breathing issues worse, respiratory depression worse, insomnia worse, brought right to the brink of death with life-threatening insomnia. I slept 1 or 2 hours a night for 4.5 years. Literally tortured, and here I am still trying to figure things out. And they don't want to help because they're mad because of what they've done. So they expect you to move. They expect you to travel for healthcare when you can't work anymore. You're so ill you can't work. Timely qualified healthcare.